All right. So I see the little banner at the bottom here. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. My TV's on. TV's on. So, boy, have they created a monster by locking Chili up, haven't they? We're going to see how this plays out when he gets out. If you thought he was angry before, boy, he's going to come out like a raging fucking bull. And he's either going to get himself, whatever they call that nowadays, deleted, or he's going to get into some serious trouble. So let's get right into it. I love this guy right here and his channel. Go check him out and subscribe. Also, please check me out and subscribe to my channel. Comedy, like an accountability. And we got some other things mixed in. It's just a real mishmash. Going to be a real mishmash YouTube channel. But I love this guy. So let's see what he's got to say about this whole thing. So
the community, if somebody needed help, he did a live stream, he did a donation drive, he did a fundraiser for them, and he raised a lot of money for a lot of people and helped out a lot. So I think it's time that we turn around and help Chili out. The long and the short of it is this judge right here, Ann Zimmerman, put Chili in jail for 180 days. He committed no crime, left no victim, broke no law. The cop lied on the stand, and yet she still, without any evidence that he had committed any wrongdoing, put him in jail for 180 days. That's why he's in the Clark County detention facility. There is a GoFundMe that Chili set up about a week ago so that we could all pitch in and help other activists who get in trouble. And I say we use this fund right now for him. I'll leave this link in the description and in the pinned comment.
And so that's what's going on. Chili went to his trial for his disorderly persons and whatever other nonsense. And, Chili was being Chili inside the courthouse and inside the courtroom. And he started calling the bailiffs pigs and everything else. He didn't disrespect the judge, but she didn't like that. You can tell, and you can tell that's the reason why the district attorney said we recommend him, do this program in anger management, suspended sentence, and a fine. And the judge said, "Nah, I'm giving him the max on each count. Gave him 90 days consecutive for each count, so 2 counts, so altogether 180 days." Ridiculous, a travesty of justice, like he said after they sentenced him. He's exactly right. And no matter how he acted or what he said, that should not have happened to him. And it's things like that. It's seeing things like that and having things like that happen to me that makes me real upset. So I know where he's coming from, and I know why he acts the way he acts and why he runs his mouth like that, because when you go your whole life believing in one thing for so long and then something else happens, that was a shock to him. That was a shock to his system, that he could be treated like that for what they did to him for whatever reason. And nobody was there. Nobody knows 100% what happened. Everybody can speculate, but I mean, we'll never know 100% the whole details. Let's just know that arrest in 2008 or whenever he got raided turned him, got him angry. Now this is just going to create a monster. This is just going to create a monster. And I hope it does in every sense of the word. I hope, people are, I hope people are going to think about this, and that they're going to, how do I put this without saying something that can get me in trouble? I just hope people are going to be active over this issue and are going to try and hold the government accountable for what they did to Chile and put everybody on blast. I mean, that judge knew she's on TV. She's got some balls. I mean, she should be disciplined just for acting like that, knowing that she was going to be, have her face and her court proceeding plastered all over the country. She should have knew. She should have knew better. And so she knows that now. She's doing that on purpose. She did that on purpose. All right, let's watch a little bit more of Here's the Deal.
And if it does disappear from the
guy,
pinned comment, which it often does, just check out the description. If we all pitch in something, we can get him a better lawyer. Here's the call from Chile.
This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number.
Hello?
Hey, Brian.
I thought you were going to call back yesterday.
There's a lot of rules and regulations here and things that happen here, and they don't let you, we went into lockdown, and I had to go to my doctor. I've been on my doctor for like 20 hours straight.
Oh, jeez.
You're confined to your bed. You can't get off your bed.
You got to stay on your bed for 20 hours?
Yeah, lockdown means that you can't leave your bed. There's 8 guys right now on 24-hour lockdown on their bed. You can't leave. You need to go to the bathroom.
Holy cow.
You can get up to get their food, and then they can go back to their bed.
Well, how are they treating you besides being on lockdown and on your bed for 20 hours? Are you eating okay, drinking water?
The food is hard.
The guards aren't treating me terribly. It's just, can't say much. I gotta be careful, They listen on my phone calls. You know who I am. The guards here. I am. And things don't. I am a guard too. I was hoping maybe you could go live on my channel, maybe record this phone call or any of our phone calls.
Yeah, I'm recording right now. What do you want the audience to know? You're live. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be okay. It's hard for help, but I need help. My business is predicated on me going live for a couple hours every day. And so a year ago, I set up a GoFundMe. It's on my community tab. You can find it, Brian. And the appellate attorney is $25,000. And so I need help. I gotta keep my composure in here because you can't imagine the loopholes and the rules that you don't know.
Life can be risky. Switching to
All right, so
Optimum
let's see
is
here.
our 60-day money back.
Let's see here. Sorry, I'm so into Neanderthal times here. What do we got? So, all right. So there you have it right there. That was Chili. I guess he talks to Brian from Here's the Deal. Love Brian's channel. I can't say that enough. Brian. Sorry, had some technical difficulties there. But so I just woke up. I get a little day of rest today, so I'm sorry I'm not as chipper as I should be right now. But I was thinking about this last night and a lot of other stuff, but I mean, 25 grand for an appellate lawyer. that court proceeding should be shared by as many people as possible. It should be sent to as many lawyers, practices as possible. There's got to be a civil rights attorney out there that wants to make a name on that case and is not going to charge him or is not going to charge him as much. Because now you're making your case against the state of Las Vegas. You know, you're going to the Supreme Court to fight that First Amendment right there. You got to stand on that, and you got to go all the way to the Supreme Court and fight that now. And your name is going to be in that paperwork. Your name is going to be forever filed into the court proceedings of the Supreme Court of the United States if you go and you win Chili's case for him. So why can't they get him a lawyer for free? Why isn't there some young, ambitious, rocky lawyer out there right now? Some lawyer that just wants to, you know, get in there and just, you know, go toe to toe with the government on this First Amendment shit right here. That's all I'm saying. Or, you know, maybe, you know, a lot of you guys are very well known, and maybe you know, they could do something on, somebody can co-sign for Chili for the lawyer, and Chili can pay them back in installments, or we could help, you know, we could set up a GoFundMe and everybody donates a couple dollars to the lawyer every month, and the guy gets his money. He gets his green. And we take this to the government and we ram it right up their fucking ass, just like we should, just like it's supposed to be done. We ram it right up their fucking ass. Very, very disappointed to see that happen to Chili in court. Did not like that at all. So, and you know, some people say that they don't like the way he does things or anything like that now. So, excuse me, that was probably just I just thought I was rambling like an idiot, but my wife was texting me. I wasn't paying attention. That's why she gets so upset, because I answer her like that. I probably didn't make any sense at all. So what was I saying? Yeah. I mean, we got to try to do something for Chili.
You do something, and
You know,
you're breaking a rule. Not only is the card telling you, but everybody's telling you. And,
so let's go.
On in your trial, what would you have done different? What mistakes do you feel like you made that the attorney made?
So now, I don't know. I don't know why, you know, in this day and age that the citizens of the United States are just so sheepish. Such like a bunch, no teeth, no claws, nothing. Watch this on TV. Oh, I don't know. This is my wife bothering me right here. So let's get into a little bit more of this, guys. This is more entertaining than me. I'm not that entertaining.
Made, and what would you have done different?
Yeah,
well, I made all the mistakes in the world. I constantly teach people that when you go in front of the judge, you have to be humble. You have to be respectful of all the court employees.
Okay.
I broke all my own rules. I broke the other rules.
Yes, you did, Chili. You did.
I mean, granted, my attorney didn't put on a very good case for sure. I don't think he was very well prepared. He didn't break down the video properly. Their video didn't break down my video properly. But I had a big dust up with the bailiff before it began. 5 minutes of me and I fight back and forth, and he went to the back.
Take us through that. What began that little confrontation with the bailiff?
They had heard all the other cases, and I was the only one left. It was me and just a couple.
So you heard what Chili said right there. He said he broke all his own rules, which he did. Like I said, he called the bailiff a pig. He wasn't too disrespectful with the judge, but he was disrespectful with the officers of the court, and the judge didn't like that, and that's exactly why he got sentenced. I mean, any fool can see that's why he got sentenced to that maximum consecutive term. Those are the type of terms you hand to, 5-time offenders, the type of terms you hand to somebody convicted of just the most heinous type of rape murders. You sentence them consecutively for every piece of the case just to make sure that, it's a tactic to make sure that they have to go and appeal every single charge before they have to get every single charge overturned before they can get out of prison. And it's just, this goes on every day in every courtroom in America, every day in every courtroom in America. And, when is enough going to be enough? And then it's bad enough you got the cops acting the way they do, acting like it's us against them or them against us. And it's just, it's just really, the system is set up for people to fail. It's just a machine, a bone crushing machine. You get fed into the front of it. And if you come out of the back in one piece, you're one of those really, really, really lucky motherfuckers, whether you're guilty or not. You go into the front of that motherfucker innocent and never come out the back. And that's just the way it is. And they know that, we know that. And they just have, more guns than us, I guess. I guess that's what it comes down. It doesn't even come down to that no more. Right now, they just, they already got a platform. So, like, what are we going to do? We have this piece of paper called the Constitution that tells us we're allowed to, overthrow our government if we don't think shit is right and just and correct. But are we ever going to do that? Are we ever going to apply the type of pressure that is going to get them to stop doing what they're doing? No, I don't think we're ever going to apply that type of pressure. That's why they allow us to protest peacefully. Because as long as we stay peaceful, there's no problem. But once we get out of line, we start getting indicted, and now we're domestic terrorists and all the other stuff. So, all right, let's see here.
People in the back who were supporters that came, and one troll sitting in the back, and the bailiff walked up.
One troll.
I was on a bench all alone. I had my leg up on the bench. He said, "Take your leg down on the bench." I was kind of, "Why?" He said, "Nah, you sit in court." I said, "Dude, don't give me directives. There's nobody else on the bench but me." I said, "Take your leg down now." I said, "No, I'm not going to do it. Is there a code or statute or rule or law that take my leg down?" And he said, "I'm going to call my sergeant over here." And he called over the other woman. She said, "Take your leg down." And I said, "No, just directing me around, demanding me around." And then they went through this, and then the cop was then the rest of it just was, as you would think, back and forth between the two bailiffs. Then the bailiffs went to the back, and they told the judge, who had been married to a cop, Las Vegas Metro cop, exactly what had happened. And when she came out, she was just ice. And then she said, "I'm going to have you searched." And that triggered me again. What are you searching? Because I didn't have any recording devices on. I know I've told people to wear recording devices, but she must have watched my videos, knowing that I said that. That's how she formed with bias. And then I was triggered again. And then the prosecution put on their case. And then when I said, "Michael, show my video and let's go over it," he said, "No, I didn't put in evidence." I was triggered again. And those three triggers for me.
Just real quick, because it wasn't clear. You said that your attorney did not put your video into evidence.
That right there, if that's true, that's crazy.
That's right. That's right. I was so angry. My face flushed.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I think I would have beat the lawyer up right there in the court. You didn't put the video into evidence, regardless of what it shows or how bad of a light it shines on me. That's a crucial piece of evidence that needs to be that's 101 right there. Any lawyer Any lawyer should have knew to put that into evidence, regardless of how it makes the defendant look. You need that in evidence because that's going to show crucial facts to the people right there because it's on video.
Blushed. I could feel the blood pressure in my head just palpitating, you know. And
Let me just correct myself on that. For kind of like a case like this, what Chili's got going on, that video should have been in evidence. I'm not saying that every court case you should put a video into evidence, whether however light it paints you. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying for this case, the lawyer should have submitted the video into evidence.
And I just was so mad. I was so just, God, you couldn't imagine how mad I was.
And I'm going to tell you right now why the lawyer didn't submit that into the evidence. Because the lawyer right here, right, is friends with all these other people in the courtroom. Those are his friends. Those are his buddies. The judge, you know, he sends the judge a Christmas card every year, you know, whatever. You know, he has drinks with this bailiff that's standing next to him occasionally. Probably was at the guy's bachelor party. Who knows? So, you know, that on that video was probably Chili getting real disrespectful, as he does and as he should. You know, he's an angry guy. Like I said, he had some things done to him, and that upsets people. So unless you've been in his position, you can't be the one to judge and say how mad, how much animosity he's supposed to have towards the system, because you'll never know. You've never been in his position. You've never been in his shoes. So you don't know, and you can't ever know. So shut the fuck up. But he can't, you know, now this lawyer's thinking to himself, like, I don't want to put this in evidence. This is real disrespectful. You know, the judge used to be married to a cop, and, you know, regardless of the legal basis of the tape, whether Chili was within his rights or not to speak like that, that lawyer felt that it didn't matter because of the shock value of the video. He felt like, these are my colleagues, you know. That whole dynamic was playing through in his head also when it came to that video. Should I put it in? Should I not? Should I spare the judge from seeing this? It makes him look bad. Okay, well, it makes him look bad, whatever the case may be. But what he did, he was still within his rights to do. So
It wasn't, my evidence wasn't in there. And he said, she already saw it. And I said, but that's not, you have to break it down. You go point, counterpoint, legal theory. And I just had lost my composure. 3 triggers in a row, and I just got up there and I just effed it up. I just totally screwed it up. On the stand, I did a terrible job. And you have to go in and you have to show deference, and you have to be polite, you have to be cordial to everybody, because they're all one big unit. Those bailiffs work for her day in and day out, and she sees them as her protectors. And when I barked at them like a dog, they went back and said, this guy's a piece of shit. And then the guards in here can't believe them in jail. They're like, no way. And it's so strange. The guards know who I am, but they do. They all know who I am. So,
Have you talked with your attorney about the statement that the prosecution made?
that's another thing that I think Chili needs to tone down a little bit with. And it's going to get him into trouble at some point. They all know who I am. They all know who I am. Chili, tone it down with that. Just keep that type of stuff to yourself. That's no good that they all know who you are. I mean, it's good and it's bad, but cut that out.
When she said, Judge, we wouldn't be here today if he just followed the directives.
I would venture to say that had the defendant just complied with the original order to not engage with
Had the defendant just complied, had the citizens of the United States just complied, we wouldn't have sent the National Guard in to slaughter them. Had they just sat down and stomached this atrocity silently, we would not have engaged them. Had they just complied like a flock of sheep, we would not have mowed them down with machine guns. This is a point in case right here. The whole problem. What's wrong with the justice system today? Had they not complied, had one man not bowed down to another man, we wouldn't be in this position right here. If one ego bumped into another ego that's supposed to be trained and is paid to disregard his ego, we would not be in this position. But he didn't do what he was paid and trained to do. But so now we're here, Your Honor.
With the driver and to back up, we wouldn't be here.
And why your attorney didn't just go point by point and prove from the video that you followed both the directive to not talk to the driver and the directive to step back, because you fulfilled both directives. Now, did you fulfill his expectation of that last directive on how far to step back? He didn't even qualify how far.
He didn't give me a feet amount. I had no idea.
Right.
In my mind, so I quoted Rodriguez versus United States. Rodriguez versus United States says that you cannot extend the stop for the driver or any other person unless there's reasonable articulable suspicion. Now, if my video had been played, I would have heard myself say that, and I would have gone into my legal theory. Look, I already identified myself as a member of the press. I already told them I'm a constitutional law scholar, I'm a member of the press, I'm recording them. And so then I would have went right back into what I was always thinking, I'm going to go point by point on my video. But then when my video wasn't presented, I lost my way. I had no trail to follow down. And I was so mad at the bailiffs. I was so mad at the cops who were accosting me in the courtroom. I mean, literally accosting me, standing over me when I was on the gallery. And then when they walked up and took my phones from me and literally put their hands in my pocket and jerked.
So yeah, they definitely started treating Chili like a dirtbag. I mean, he did get a little nutsky. He did get a little nutsky with them, the way he was talking. But at the same time, you know, he was kind of within his rights, no matter how disrespectful it was. So I don't think they should have charged him like that. It's ridiculous, just ridiculous. And it's going to create a monster, and our feelings and our freedoms are getting all discombobulated and mixed up because, you know, people are putting their feelings in front of our freedoms, and it's not going to work out great. It's really not. It's going to turn this country into a country that nobody wants to live in. You know, we could let everybody else come in here and take it over, and all the Americans can like go to another country, and then, you know, America can have what they want, a bunch of submissive idiots. So anyways, my stupid ass has been on here long enough ranting. I gotta go call the dumpster company because I do run my own business. I have my own stuff to take care of. I don't make money from this. This is just like a little hobby thing I'm doing. So, and if you watched and you liked and you subscribed, thank you. I'm not really too motivated this morning, like I said. So if I was just droning along and you wanted to put pencils through my eyes, I don't blame you.